Hey everyone, welcome to the new space that we've built here in Wales. This is space at Tyn Charles and set in the mountains in Helen, Snowdonia. So I'm really excited to be bringing my first kind of pre-recorded yoga practice to you from this space. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. I'd love you just to click that subscribe button. And we will get started with a practice that is designed just to kind of ease ourselves into our day. So when you just want to wake up in the morning, feel your energy, just get a feel for what it is that you're bringing into the day physically, mentally, energetically. A nice way just to bring us up gradually and mindfully. Okay, so take your time to come onto your back and just take a little bit of space here with your body. Perhaps you'd like to have your feet on the floor alongside your bottom, or you may prefer just to have them extended along the ground. Just make sure you feel comfortable. Are there any changes that you need to make in order for this to be the case? Perhaps a little roll of your head from one side to the other. Just notice how you feel. What are you feeling in this moment? As you begin to settle and make contact with the earth, with the ground beneath you, bring yourself into the feeling tone in your body. Ask yourself, how am I? What do I feel? And where do I feel it? Is there tension that I would like to ease myself through? Are there areas that I would appreciate a little bit of a nudge to awaken in the practice? Take a deep breath in through your nostrils, and as you exhale, sigh the breath out. Let's do that twice more. Breathing in and sigh. And once more, inhaling. And when you complete that, just bringing your hands alongside you. If your legs are stretched out on the ground, just bending the knees and bringing your feet closer to your bottom still, about hip distance apart. And your chin slightly drawn in towards your throat, so the back of your neck lengthens. So I'd just like you to spend some time here observing your breath. Noticing your inhalations, noticing your exhalations as they occur. Nothing changes, you're just aware that you're breathing in, aware that you're breathing out. And you slowly begin to deepen the in-breath, bring your awareness to your nostrils and observe the touch of the air in your nostrils. And then as you exhale, the warmth of the air leaving your nostrils back into the space around you, and just lengthen that exhalation a little longer than your inhale. So deepen the inhale, be aware of the touch of the breath in your nostrils, a cool sensation. Lengthen the exhale, be aware of warmth, sensation through the nostrils as the breath leaves your body. And the next time that you breathe in, just gradually take your arms up and over onto the ground behind you. And as you breathe out, lower your arms forwards and down. Repeating. Breathing in, the arms find the ground. Behind you, breathing out, the arms find the ground beside you. And if your shoulders are feeling particularly tense, you struggle to bring your arms down to the ground behind you, just let them open more outwardly into the space around you, almost like a Y shape. And if that feels tight still, then take them out at shoulder level. Just let the backs of the arms find the ground, your wrists and your hands. And you could try any of those options and just see which feels more comfortable as you gradually begin to awaken and find length along the sides of your body. Open a little along your chest. Exhale,
gradually start thinking about how your abdomen can support you as you draw your belly in towards the spine, exhaling and flattening your back. So we're going to start to involve the legs. You take a breath in and the arms go overhead, and then on the exhale you bring the knees in and just lightly place your hands on tops of your shins. And then on the breath in, the arms go back again and the feet lower. And on the breath out, hugging the knees in, the hands touch the top of your legs or your knees. Now you might find here that there is some effort coming in for your core. Draw the belly in as you exhale, and that will enable this movement to be more supported, especially for your lower back as you lower down. Relax the tummy as you exhale, drawing the abdomen in, bringing the knees over your belly, and repeating in this way once more. Just finding a little bit of flexion coming in for your spine and into your hips. So the next time that you come back into that shape, we'll take the stretch further along the legs. So as you breathe in, take the arms up, take the heels up, point everything up towards the sky, push your heels away, and as you breathe out, bring the knees in, and then lift your head, your nose towards the knees. So on the in-breath, flatten the head down, extend through the heels, take the fingertips up. On the exhale, soften everything, come into a ball-like shape on the nose in the direction of the knees. And it's taking this a few more times. Exploring that roll a little further into your spine, and then flattening and extending. Find that space along the legs, and the arms getting a little more active. And the next time that you bring that all up, I'd like you to soften as you exhale, soften the knees. Let your feet, your legs come apart, and then enjoy a little shake out. Flow through your hips into your knees, into your ankles, into your feet, and then the same from your shoulders into your elbows, to your wrists, to your fingers. And just allow that to soften, to jiggle around. And then pause and push everything up again. Push through the hands, push through the feet. Bend your left knee. And on your next inhalation, lower your right foot to the floor, your right heel to the floor, with that left knee drawn in. If you find with that stretch, that the knee is lifting and there's intensity coming in for your back, place the foot on the floor. So I'm going to keep this left knee drawn in. So if your leg is extended, then bend the knee and bring the foot to the floor and start to circle your left knee around. So just finding some openings through the hips. And you could either guide this with your hands on your knees so you support the movement with your arms, or you can have your hands flat, your arms flat on the ground. Changing direction, and just finding those openings, releasing around your hips, and allow your pelvis to roll, so as if you're floating a little with that movement. And once more, coming in. Okay, bring both knees in over your tummy again, little hug in here with the knees, and the next time that you breathe in, extend again through the heels, through the hands, pushing up towards the sky. And this time you're going to bring the right knee in, the left foot is still extended, and then lower slowly your left leg to the floor. And if you find that there is a lift coming up in the knee already, then bring the foot onto the floor. Otherwise, just a few breaths with that heel extended away, finding that length across the front of your left hip flexor, the left thigh. Soften the right foot, and then you can bring the foot onto the floor on the left side. So the right knee is still in over the belly, and then we start circling. And you can either do that with the support of your hand, one or two hands. If you prefer, two hands just giving you a little more stability coming in through that hip. And if you'd like to just take that a little more freely, then you can take those circles more widely and lower your hands to the ground either side. So think about changing direction, and 3 or 4 circles coming in on that side as well. Side breath out, okay. Let's bring both knees in over the tummy again, and just bring your feet to the floor. Just take a few moments here and notice how you feel. Deep breath in, side breath out. Notice your left side and your right side. Okay, bring your hands onto the ground beside you and snuggle your feet in a little more closer to your bottom. Take a breath in here, and as you exhale, lift your pelvis off the ground, your spine rising to your shoulders. Breathing into this shape, exhale, lower everything down towards the ground. And then your pelvis finds the ground. Take a breath in. Exhale, start with the pelvis, lift the pelvis, stretch your knees away towards the wall in front of you, and then lift the abdomen, the spine, come up towards the shoulders. You breathe into your shape, and then as you exhale, lower down the space in between your shoulder blades, mid-spine, lower spine, pelvis softens, breathing in. Breathing out, pelvis pressing into the feet, the knees press away toward your toes, lifting the abdomen, extending along the spine, reaching towards your shoulders. Breathe into your shape, press into your feet, the back of your head supported, the chin stays drawn in, and then slowly lower down, exploring the spine, releasing gradually, mindfully, finding the earth, and then the pelvis settles onto the ground. Once more, breathing in, breathing out, raising, pressing into the feet as you inhale. Exhale, soften down gradually, finding the earth. And when you find the ground, after the round that you're on, just pause, let your arms settle, let your feet be away from your bottom a little. Take a deep breath in, side breath out. Bring the knees in, over your belly, and we're going to roll ourselves up to seated. So think about doing this in a way where the knees and the feet come towards your head. So you're lifting your bottom and your lower back off the ground. You can take your arms behind you. And you just begin to make these movements a little more vigorous. So you start to roll along the spine, coming up onto the bottom and then back down towards the shoulders and your neck. And just let your feet tap or touch the ground in front of you. Your arms are suspended away from the ground. And it's almost like you're giving yourself a rolling, quick massage up towards your shoulders, towards the buttocks. And taking this maybe 2 or 3 more times until you finally come to sit with your legs crossed out in front of you. You might like to place a support underneath your bottom. And with your legs in a cross-leg position, if you find this particularly uncomfortable, then you could bring your feet onto the floor but have a little gap between the thighs for your arms to come into. So we're going to start with the hands just lightly ahead of the shin bones and taking the breath in so the chest is lifted. And then on the exhale, just slowly walking the hands up in front of you a little way. And then another breath in, lengthen the spine from your tailbone, and then exhale and reach your hands a little away from you. Until you find yourself in a position whereby Your elbows can reach the ground and you can start to lower your forehead towards the ground. If you're finding this position too intense, then you might prefer to work to a block, so you're just not coming in quite so deeply into that cross-legged stretch, that forward stretch. And take a deep breath in, lengthening from your tailbone through to the crown of your head. There could be a lift in your heart, and then on the exhale, releasing down. And slowly rise yourself back up to seated. Side breath out once more, just stretch your legs out in front of you. Just give your limbs a little shake out there. Okay, change the cross leg, and we'll do the same thing again. So the hands come out in front of you, lifting the chest, breathing in, and then from your hip creases folding forward, so you're just gradually starting to lower yourself into that space. And you might notice straight away there is a difference on this side. I certainly do. And then another breath in, lift the chest, lengthen along the spine, and then a breath out, and just gradually allowing those elbows to come down, and then your forehead. Keep anchoring down through the sit bones. You're feeling that contact with the earth beneath your feet, grounding you, rooting you into your shape, and continue to breathe. Deep breath in, lengthen along the spine. Exhale, sigh into your shape. Release down, and then slowly rise. Okay, so let's just bring a little close to the practice. Just have the hands resting onto your laps. Please change the position of your seat if you would like to. At any stage, you could always have your legs out in front of you and just rest your hands over your knees. You follow your breath in and follow your breath out. Be aware of the coolness of the breath touching your nostrils. Just follow the sense of touch through your nostrils with your breath in. And then as you exhale, through the nostrils again, a warmth of breath passes out into the space around you. Just observing that flow of breath, allowing yourself to settle into a calm, stable position physically. Noticing how you feel energetically, the quality of your breath. And mentally welcoming a sense of calm, a sense of joy as you sit and breathe in a relaxed way. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Thanks so much everybody for joining me for that practice. If you have any comments or suggestions, just pop them below and I'd love to hear from you. I'm looking forward to checking in with you again next time.